Hi, this is Weekly Reflections, and I'm Nancy Joy. I hope you all enjoyed that incredible full moon last Saturday, the Wesak full moon. Very powerful. I know I was in Arkansas doing my crystal thing, and it was an incredible experience. Anyway, this week I wanted to revisit an old friend that I visited before in my life, blame. I found this great refrigerator magnet a little while back, and I was so drawn to it, and I found it quite hysterical, but when I brought it home and put it on my refrigerator, the more I looked at it, the more I thought, this has a truth to it that is beyond funny. It says there's a white half and a black half, and on the white half the letter's black, and on the black half the letter's white, kind of yin and yang. And so the first side is white, and it says, I didn't say it was your fault. On the black side, it says, I said I was going to blame you. You know, just take a minute. I didn't say it was your fault. I said I was going to blame you. Well, you know, blame is such an insidious emotion. It's an insidious verb to blame someone. Because really, it is just taking something that you created that belongs to you and pushing it off onto somebody else. Everybody has their stuff, they do, they didn't do, they're right, they're wrong. That's their thing. Focus and center on yourself. We are conditioned to try and attempt to make ourselves feel better by pushing off something going on with us onto someone else, or deep inside in ourselves and, slamming the lid on it. That's a whole other subject. But I know in my own life, and my husband and I in the past year or so have become really aware of what we like to call the blame game. And it really is a mind pattern, a programming that you get into when you get that feeling that makes you mad or the angry or hurt. You want to stop it. So it's not yours. Someone else made it happen to you. Blame. I kind of wish we could erase the word from the dictionary, because that would force all of us to take responsibility. I know that all of you listening to this, most likely, if you haven't shut it off, believe that you're God creators. Believe that you create your reality. You believe in the law of attraction, that your consciousness, your intentions, your thoughts, and your feelings are drawing to you and creating experiences in your life. I had a very wise teacher early on in my emotional training who said, NancyJoy, if you're standing in garbage, pick it up, it's yours. Well, I think this magnet kind of personifies that. Whether it doesn't matter which way this works. For example, if you're feeling really uncomfortable about something, and there's someone that it's triggering it, in my case it might be my husband, the first reaction most of us have is to blame them for causing you to feel like that. Well, every time you say that, and you always treat me like this, and I'm like, yada yada, right? It's almost natural. Kids do it. They learned it from us. That's where they learned it. The other side of it is, if you've done something that you're uncomfortable with, or wished you hadn't, you'd rather not, it wasn't what you wanted to do, a first instinct, it oftentimes is to have a blaming excuse. Well, I wouldn't have done that if you hadn't. I wouldn't have had to act like that if you hadn't. Well, it's pretty much baloney. And so, this week's reflections, I'm asking all of you to really take a look at this blame thing, because what it causes in relationships and in our society and in our world, it causes resentment. If you're unhappy about something, if you have an icky feeling, if you don't like something, if somebody's hurt you, take responsibility. Responsibility has nothing to do with someone else. Do you know what it means? It means respond to your own ability. In this case, respond to your own ability to change the situation, to alter the feeling. So here's a way you can do this. First of all, you have to become conscious that you're in the pattern of blaming, because it's pretty insidious, and your ego just loves it. You know why? because it creates a drama. And whenever you create a drama, the ego feels validated. But it does little to help you have healthy, happy relationships. So the next time in your head, your mind is blaming someone for something, because that's where it starts, and then it shoots out of your mouth. Become conscious. First, you have to become conscious that your mind is taking you there. Your ego is taking you there. And at that point, you have to make a conscious choice. As Kevin Trudeau says, you have to become consciously competent. And so what I do is when I can catch it, and more I'm catching it, I take a deep breath and I go, okay, bling, that's what I'm doing. I'm projecting out something I don't want to own, regardless of the circumstances. And I take a deep breath and I connect to the I am presence, to my God self, and I just take some more deep breaths. And I go, no, I'm not going to go there. And usually it'll come to me why I'm feeling this way in the next minute, 2, 3 hours, something, it'll come to me. If it doesn't, you've still taken away the charge of the loop that you're in with resentment with someone. Look, I mean, our whole world's in a tremendous loop. I know I've discussed it before, but Republicans blame Democrats, yada, yada, the 99%, the 1%. You know, it's all creates drama. So what I'm asking you is, whatever situation you find yourself in, you are part of creating it. You're also upset because of the laws that have been passed limiting your freedom. Well, you allowed it. You know, somewhere in you, you have to set yourself free first. You have to love yourself first. You have to own yourself first. As we know, it starts here. But this particular week, I just wanted to bring the blame game up, to give you all an opportunity to take a look at that. Even just today, if you're with other people, it's Mother's Day. Listen carefully for the blame game. Be aware of it in others. Don't take it so personally, and you will begin to see a shift. I know I have in my life, and particularly with my husband. We'll stop dead in the middle of one of these rounds and go, you have a laugh. I didn't say it was your fault. I said I was going to blame you, and we laugh. So it really can be shifted. And pretty soon you'll get so good at it, it will become unconscious shifting. And that's what we're all headed for. We all know the buck stops here. And so have some fun with this one. Really explore and see where you're trapped in it and set yourself free, and have a great week. Don't forget the dolphin trip in Bimini and the Egypt 2012 trip. And we'll see y'all next week. Bye.